Welcome back. I'm Julian at JustInspired and I'm happy that you decided to join me. So today I am looking at a board for a customer called Gary, and I apologise to Gary for the lateness of this. I did start it on the weekend, but unfortunately got called away on a bit of an emergency, but back at work now and everything is kind of settling down. Anyway, Gary said that it's from a Countax ride-on mower. Countax? I'm not sure if I've got that right. I'm not sure of the model, probably a C38. The mower has been hesitant to switch the starter solenoid and then wouldn't switch on at all. I replaced the solenoid, but it's just the same. Thanks again, Gary. So prior to this, I went through the board with my meter just to check all the resistors, because I've had a look at about 2 of these boards previously, and I had some blown resistors, and also the let me just zoom you in a bit. Also what happens on here is the diode goes and the voltage regulator, this one here, and can also cause these, well, these caps can sometimes be swollen. Anyhow, I went through everything, what I could test with my meter, all the double diodes, which are all these little ones here, and there are a couple here. There are transistors all along here. I've checked all of those. Also checked all the diodes on the board, and all the diodes read fine. All the resistors seem okay. Transistors seem to be fine. So since I couldn't find any shorts directly on the power rail, I decided to plug into 12 volts with a current limit and see if I could find anything on my thermal imaging camera thingy, this one. So let's plug it in and see what happens. So right now I've got it set to 12 volts on my power supply and a current limit of about 200 milliamps. Right, so immediately a relay clicks, and we're getting flashing on the display. So something is happening on the board, but it looks like something is shorting and the voltage is basically pulsing or cycling. So let's see if we can figure out what is the problem with the thermal camera. It might give us a clue. Let's move this over so you can see it. Don't want anything to touch. Right, let's connect. And see if we see anybody getting hot, and right away we have 2 components. Right, let me put my little macro lens on. I'll get a plastic stick. So that is very obviously an IC that's burning up there. And I think that's a couple of resistors that are running hot. So those resistors are more than likely supplying that IC. So I don't see anything else on there that's getting hot, so let's disconnect and find out what that is. Let me turn off that noisy old... I love that power supply, but it has a very noisy fan in it, and one day when I have time, I don't know when that's going to be, I will maybe change the fan. That would be nice. Put a nice semi-silent fan in there. If you've got any suggestions for that, I would love to hear it. What's the brown and beige ones? I can't remember the name now. Those are very quiet. Anyway, let's move on and see if we can figure out what that IC is. I need to get the microscope light switched on. let's switch over to the microscope. Right, so the IC we were looking at was that one there. So let's see if we can find that and find out what it is. I found it. So it's a Texas Instruments driver for relays and motors, stepper motors, and this is the pin out. So I think the first clue, right, so ground is pin number 8, so let's, and then we've got 7 ins and 7 outs, and common. Alright, let's go back to the microscope a minute, and let me get my meter software on the screen. So let's go, I think we're already on continuity. Can I zoom out a bit more? Yeah. Right, so I think what I will do is I will focus that a bit better. Right. On these resistors, let's see if there is a pin on the chip that is corresponding to that. No. I'll check the other side of the resistor. Go back to the chip. Oh, hello. I got something there. Right, so there's a path from the resistors to the chip, so that means, yeah, that's probably feeding power to that chip. So on the data sheet it says pin 8, so I'm going to adjust this so I can see better. Right, so pin 1 would normally be on the chamfered edge, and also you've got a line up here. If you notice that this edge is 90 degrees and then this one's about 45 degrees. So this would be where pin 1 would be. So pin 1 should be up here, pin 8 should be here, which would be ground. So let's see if that's shorting anything. So that is shorting to ground. That's the out. Let's check the in. Yeah, that's also shorted there and there. So there's a good chance that that chip has blown. Okay. I shall see if I can get any of these from RS Components, and I guess I shall continue the video when those arrive. Hopefully that's all there is, and I can get it back up and running. In the meantime, thank you for joining me, and until the next one, see ya.